This is a winter time. It's was a little bit cold, about 5 degrees centigrade for a few days. It's warming up a little bit again. We're already in 2024, and we're at January the 6th. Yeah. So I just was going to perform the simplest, of all. You can't find a simpler fire sacrifice than this, and it's classified as a yugya. Important point here. This is the point where Diti is approaching Kasyapa, and he in the wrong time of the day for having a child, but she's approaching him so that she will have a child that can defeat the demigods. Okay, of course, this is a family matter because Diti is the propagator of the demoniac people, and Aditi is the propagator of all the demigods, the mother of all the demigods, especially for Vamana, Dave, who helped the demigods so much. Okay, so now we have this critical time where Diti is asking her husband for that type of a child, and he says, okay, I'll give you a fire sacrifice. Now, my question would be, I don't think that she has a Brahmin initiation and all these other things, I wouldn't put her in that classification. So, no, still, she's qualified to do this fire sacrifice. This is a fire sacrifice so simple, so easy to do, and just one little mantra to say it. Offering ghee into a ghee wick 12 times, saying one mantra, and it can be found in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter, 10th canto, chapter 19, verse 4. It starts off, performance of the Pun Savana ritualistic ceremony. So I'm just going to sit down and do that offering. And again, remember, this is the mother of the demoniac people. Her manner of doing this fire sacrifice was very, very simple. Now, the mother of the demigods, her same fire sacrifice, it's the structure of the fire sacrifice and what you have to do is the same, but it was very complex because she was the mother of all the demigods. So it just depends on your wealth, but just do the simplest thing here is just offering some ghee into a fire. I'm just liking to do fire sacrifices, and this is the cheapest way because I just put about a drop of ghee. Yeah, just because of my wealth isn't so. My wealth's just like Diti's, so I just put one drop of ghee in at a time. So I'll just sit over there and offer it. I hope you've got it. This is spoken by Sukadeva Goswami in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, 19th chapter, and we're going from verse 4. It's the introduction to the performance of the Pun Savana ritualistic ceremony. And of course, there was other things. He was just trying to trick her into do devotional service. This is his Kasyapa. This is his trick to help Diti out to do devotional service. Okay. I don't think there's any more to say. You can take so much advantage of something like this. Not for wealth or anything like that, but to purify yourself. Okay, here we go. I will try to talk loud, and I hope you can see me all right. Cold time here in Vrindavan, in the room too. Oh, let's see, I'll use a small bell. If I use the big bell, all you'll hear is the big bell. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Swaha. One drop. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Swaha. Two. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Swaha. Three. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Swaha. Four. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Swaha. Five. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Swaha. Six. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Swaha. Seven. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Swaha. Eight. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Swaha. 9. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Swaha. 10. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Swaha. 11. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Swaha. 12. And then 10 times obeisances. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya Mahavibhuti Pataye Swaha. 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 So that's that's all the complexities of such a nice little yagya. It purifies the atmosphere and everything. If if we study Shishashtakam, just take you study Shishashtakam. It's been pointed out that the Shishashtakam is also going along with the Attakaliya Leela of what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is doing. So the first Shishashtakam is the early morning, then breakfast time, the second, and like that. But they can also be found with relating to Radha Krishna's Attakaliya Leela, and so on and so on. We're not trying to limit it. It could even be into Sri Ramachandra's Attakaliya Leela, because his mother comes into the room, and it's the most famous verse of one of the most famous prayers in the Sri Sampradaya. Wake up, wake up. Surya is coming and you have to be ready for him. This is his mother waking him up. It's just so like a loving thing. This is the Leela time of Sri Ramachandra and how his mother is waking him up. Okay, so also Srimad Bhagavatam, okay, it's spoken. directly about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But some of the verses also are pertaining to Sri Radhika. The mood, the whole thing is the mood, the deep mood that we find in Sukadeva Goswami, right? That deep mood that we can find in Sukadeva Goswami is throughout his Srimad Bhagavatam. Some measurement of it can be detected, you know. So, of course, here also there's a verse which not only points out the Mahapurushaya. It's, Om Namo Bhagavate Maha. You are the Mahapurushaya. Maha Vibhuti Pataye. You're the giver of everything. And but there is an inference by Sukadeva Goswami that Lakshmi is the possessor. In other words, what you have, O Mahapurusha, O Mahavibhuti, Pataye, whatever you have, you're the husband of, so whatever you have is not in your hands. The treasure chest is in the hands of Sri Lakshmi, or the treasure chest is in the hands of Sri Radha. So this mood is also within these verses of the Srimad Bhagavatam, giving the whole thing. I could try to read. I think you get the idea. Just go into those verses and you'll see. You'll see how it's related. You'll see how he's pointing it out. Oh Krishna, you are inseparable from Sri Radha because of her. You are the Supreme Lord. Now, of course, that is my way of looking at the things. Because of her, you are the Supreme Person. Because of her, you are the Supreme Person. Oh Krishna, you are the Supreme Enjoyer. Yes, you are the Supreme Enjoyer of all the sacrifices. Sri Radha is all the activities, of those sacrifices. Understand? So all the worship and all the activities that the persons are doing, that is classified as Sri Radha's position. Sri Radha's position. And he is the enjoyer. So, in other words, he's tracing everything out to Sri Radha. And he says, without her, you are not able to enjoy anything. Also, without her, you are not able to have anything. Now, that is, pretty definitely, he's showing his attraction. There goes the lights, but it looks beautiful. Yeah, the lights will go and everybody will start screaming because the heaters won't work. We don't use a heater. We just put a light on, and that's it. Yeah, it keeps the money down. Okay, electricity is high. Yeah. Oh, but it just enthuses me to point this out, how you can find Sukadeva Goswami's moods. Some of them are not there because he's trying to teach something, but here he has the opportunity to teach who is actually the enjoyer and who is the possessor of everything, you know. So and give her a light to her existence too. So it makes your heart feel so good that Sukadeva Goswami he never lost his attachment for Sri Radha. Yeah, he never. He may have hidden it, and people don't see it so nicely, but still, it's always coming up. It's bubbling out of him at all times. I think that's enough said about that. I just hope you can get those. It's one verse said 12 times, and then after offering the ghee, then you just give respects 10 times, and then anything you do is extra. You can give flowers, you can do so many things like in a fire sacrifice, but this is a basic thing to do. And this was taught by Kasyapa Muni to his I wouldn't say illiterate or anything like that, or actually you can't even say that because she's the mother of the demons she must be a great demon. No, it's not in that manner either. You know, somebody had to take one side and somebody had to take the other side. This is the world. The world is positive and negative, positive and negative, positive and negative. Everything is going around like that, and it's incredible. Even the electrons, they move each other. Even down to the electrons, they're moving each other. What is actually this moving in this world? Don't think anything is solid. Nothing is solid. Everything is moving incredibly fast. So what is something that is solid? Nothing in this world is solid. So what is that? What in the world is that? It is our it's coming from all living entities. There's a force of the living entity not to want Krishna. That pushing away of Krishna is found even down to the electrons. And of course, there's probably some subatomic ones that they haven't even found. So, constantly moving. No stability. Nothing. If you start just thinking about it, that not even a piece of iron is stable. Nothing is stable. Everything is moving. So there is anxiety deep within us because we want stability. But as long as we push our relationship away with Krishna and we look to another place, we have to push on something. So all we can do is push on other living entities. So my pushing can't push on Krishna. He'll never leave me. My pushing pushes on all living entities coming near me. So I am creating even if an electron is classified as, a negative, no, it has a characteristic to push away. That's why they spin so much. If you were able to imagine yourself spinning like a electron, but that's what we're actually doing. We're spinning like an electron constantly at high speeds. You have one speed on the three-dimensional. You have another speed on the two-dimensional. You have a, and each one of them are higher and higher and higher speeds. Faster and faster speeds are going. So this is all, it's all our creation. Krishna doesn't have to even Krishna doesn't even have to get involved. Doesn't even have to do anything. We are pushing. We are accepting and rejecting. Accepting, rejecting, accepting and rejecting. You could just innumerable ways accepting and rejecting. Every one of my cells in my body is either accepting or rejecting. Accepting or rejecting. Everything is pushing. Everything is mobile. Nothing is stable. Everything is changing. Nothing can be grasped. Not a grain of sand can be held within one's hand. It just falls out. So if the person can really see this, and get right down to it, then they can feel the necessity to turn around and stop this rejection. As long as you are rejecting, how are you going to accept His love? As long as I have 1 degree of rejection, how can I think I can accept something? I cannot accept His love. It's not that it's not there, it's I am rejecting it. It's my own rejection. And I accept my own rejection because I think I'm having some enjoyment. And the next moment I have to make some other arrangements for my... Okay, enough said about all this. I just... this type of thing, it can... if I go into saying, oh, if you do something like this, as soon as I'm saying, okay, do this fire sacrifices, and this is and this and this and this is going to come to you, then it becomes a material thing. Just do it out of doing it and liking it and offering it and saying the verses. Just do it for doing it and just for saving. Don't care about results. Don't care about any benefits or negativities or anything like that. Just do it for doing it, and that's it. That's the, or else it just becomes another smarta shmiti way of doing things. And when something becomes like that, when religion becomes so complicated, every religion becomes complicated. There isn't a religion that doesn't become complicated. As soon as you have a gathering of people means one wants to be better than the other. So it becomes more and more and more and more complicated, more and more rules and everything like that. More and more restrictions. And, oh, if you do this, you're going to gain this. And if you don't do this, you're not going to gain this. Some things are obvious and should be said, but other things are just scare tactics. And then the people start losing their faith. So just do it out of wanting to show some love for the Lord. Even 1 drop of ghee offered in the name of the Lord. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahapurushaya. The big Purusha. Mahapurushaya. Mahavibhuti. Vibhuti means like riches. Oh, you have so many riches. Mahavibhuti Pataye. I think that means the husband. Poteye Swaha. So giving obeisances to the Mahapurush and obeisances also to the uh, Mahabhuti Pataye, the one who is the wife of the Mahapurush. Yeah. And in whatever mood, Sri Ram and Sita, Radha and Krishna, yeah. I particularly like to think of it in Vishnu Priya Gauranga. I particularly like to think of it in the place of Vishnu Priya Gauranga. That's my atmosphere. That's my atmosphere that I'm facing now. My atmosphere that I'm facing is what Vishnu Priya and Gauranga faced 500 years ago. I don't have capabilities to know the situation in 5,000 years ago or in Treta Yuga, I don't know what. But I can pretty well feel the atmosphere that Vishnupriya Gauranga had. So I'm doing the yagya and I'm thinking of Vishnupriya Gauranga. All in the same way. Okay. Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo.